Good morning, students. Welcome back to our class. In last class, we have discussed about RBCs, WBCs, and platelets, the different corpuscles present in the blood. Hope that you have studied. Now, we can move to functions of blood. The next topic is functions of the blood. What are the functions of blood? Blood transports the nutrients from the small intestine to the liver, where they are either stored or utilized. Okay, so from the small intestine, we know that digestion completes in the small intestine. From there, all the nutrients are digested, or they are in the form of simpler forms. Okay, so the digestion completes in the small intestine, and from there all the nutrients are taken by the blood to different body parts. Okay, so the blood transports the nutrients from the intestine, from the small intestine to the first to the liver, and from the liver sometimes they may be stored there or they are utilized. Okay, stored or utilized. Okay, and next function is it carries oxygen from the lungs. It carries oxygen from the lungs, and that is from the lungs the oxygen is carried by the blood, and this oxygen is given to the different body cells. Okay, so the oxygen from the lungs are carried by the blood and is given to the different body cells. So it carries oxygen from the lungs to the different body cells, and also it carries carbon dioxide. It carries carbon dioxide produced in the different body cells to the lungs, and from the lungs this carbon dioxide is breathed out or removed. Okay, so it carries oxygen from the lungs to the different body cells, and from the different body cells the carbon dioxide is taken and is given to the lungs for expiration, for the removal. Okay, so first function, it transports nutrients, and next is it carries oxygen from the lungs to different body cells, and carbon dioxide from the body cells to the lungs. Okay, and next function, it carries the waste products. It carries the waste products for excretion. For excretion, it carries the waste products to the kidneys. So the excretion is done from the kidneys. Okay, so blood carries the waste products for excretion to the kidneys. Okay, and it maintains the water balance. It maintains water balance in the tissues. Maintains water balance in the body cells or tissues. Okay, and it regulates body temperature. It regulates body temperature. And by how it regulate our body temperature? By it produces that the heat absorbs, that is it regulates the body temperature by distributing the heat to different body parts. It distributes heat to different body parts. Okay, so that heat is produced in the tissues. So the heat produced from the tissues is taken from the tissues, and it is given to different distribute to different body cells. Okay, so the equal that heat is distributed to every part of the body cells by the blood, thus by regulating the body temperature. Okay, And also it provides immunity. It provides immunity to the body by destroying the disease causing germs. Blood destroy the disease causing germs, thus provides immunity to our body. And also it prevents excessive bleeding. It prevents excessive bleeding by the formation of blood clots. It prevents excessive bleeding because the function of platelet is it helps in blood clotting, isn't it? So by forming the blood clots, blood prevents excessive bleeding. If there is any cut or wound, that blood clotting by the platelets helps to clot the blood, thus by preventing the excessive bleeding. Okay, so that these are the functions of blood. You have to study this. Okay, so you have to study all the functions of blood. So which are the functions of blood? Blood transports the nutrients from the small intestine to the liver, and it carries oxygen from the lungs to different body cells, and carbon dioxide from the different body parts to the lungs for removal or expelled out. And it carries waste products for excretion to the kidneys. And also it maintains water balance, it regulates body temperature and provides immunity, and also prevents excessive bleeding. Okay, so these are the functions of blood. You have to study this, mark it and study. Okay, total 7 functions are given, you have to study all. Next is blood vessels. Blood vessels. So we know that the circulatory system consists of blood vessels and heart. Okay, so the blood is carried by blood vessels. It is carried to different parts of our body through the long tubular blood vessels. The blood should reach every part of the body by the tube-like long tubular blood vessels. There are 3 types of blood vessels in our body. The 3 types of blood vessels in our body are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Which are the 3 types of blood vessels? Arteries, veins, and capillaries. Okay, so blood vessels means the long tubular structure. They are the long tubular structures which carry blood to different parts of the body. The 3 types of blood vessels are, there are 3 types of blood vessels. They are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Okay, we can discuss one by one in detail. First is artery. Artery means it is the blood vessel which carries oxygenated blood, oxygen rich blood. It carries oxygen rich blood or pure blood from the heart to the different body parts. That is, it is a blood vessel which carries the blood away from the heart, to the other parts of the body. Okay, it carries oxygenated blood, means it carries blood which contains oxygen. From the heart, it carries oxygenated blood, that is the pure blood. So, from the heart, the pure blood is carried by the artery to the different body parts. So, artery means these are the blood vessels which carries blood away from the heart, which carries oxygenated blood. Okay, and they are thick, elastic. They have a thick, elastic, muscular walls. Artery has thick elastic muscular walls. Their walls are very thick and they are elastic. Okay, and the blood flows through the arteries is it flows with jerks, that is as felt in the pulse. So what do we felt in our pulse? If we are taking our pulse, we can feel one jerk sound. So that is the movement of the blood through the artery. The movement of blood through the artery is as jerks. It moves as with jerks. Okay, so artery are the blood vessels. Artery is the blood vessels which carries blood away from the heart to different body parts and it carry oxygenated blood. It has thick elastic muscular walls and the moment the blood in this artery flows with jerks. The blood moves through the artery with jerks. Okay, and next is veins. Veins are the blood vessels which takes the blood from an organ towards the heart. That is, it carries blood towards the heart. It carries blood from the different body parts or to the heart. That is, it contains deoxygenated blood. It carries deoxygenated blood from the body parts, from the body cells. The deoxygenated blood is carried by the veins. The veins carries the deoxygenated blood and it reaches into this heart for purification. So veins carries impure blood. Veins carry impure blood. Deoxygenated means that blood do not contain oxygen, that is carbon dioxide. So they have to purify the blood. For that, it is taken by the veins to the heart. And veins have thin muscular walls. Thin muscular walls with valves. They have valves in it. Veins have valves in it. They are very thin. They are thin blood tube-like structure. Okay, and they possess valves. What is the purpose of these valves? The veins carry impure blood, isn't it? Means that deoxygenated blood. So the walls prevent the backflow of blood flowing towards the heart. Okay, so it prevents the backflow of blood. The impure blood, that is the walls helps to prevent the black flow of the impure blood. When it flows to the heart, it prevent the walls prevent the backflow of it because the impure blood had to be they should be purified. So it is taken to the heart for purification. Okay, so the veins contains valves which helps to prevent the backflow of blood. Okay, so veins are the blood vessels which carries blood towards the heart. That is, which carries blood from the different body parts to the heart. It carries deoxygenated blood, that is impure blood. It has thin muscular walls with valves in it. The valves helps to prevent the backflow of blood. Okay, students, that's about arteries and veins. Okay, clear? So, what is the difference between arteries and veins? Arteries, they carry blood away from the heart, means from the heart to the different body parts. Whereas veins carry blood towards the heart, from different body parts to the heart. Clear? And arteries have thick elastic walls. They have thick elastic and muscular walls. Artery has arteries they have thick elastic and muscular walls. As they contain pure blood, they have they move with the jerks, and the blood through the artery they move with the jerks, so that pure blood is taken that from the heart it moves to the body parts, different body parts. So they have thick muscular walls, whereas veins have thin and less muscular walls, thin and less muscular walls. Okay, and arteries carry oxygen rich blood or oxygenated blood. Okay, whereas veins carry deoxygenated blood. Okay, and one exception is the pulmonary arteries. In the heart, one more artery called pulmonary artery is there. That pulmonary artery, it carries impure blood, deoxygenated blood. All arteries carry oxygenated blood, but pulmonary artery carries oxygenated, that is all artery carry oxygen rich blood. Okay, but pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood, impure blood. So arteries carry oxygenated blood or oxygen rich blood, except pulmonary artery, which carry deoxygenated blood. Okay, clear? And veins. Veins carry deoxygenated blood, means impure blood, whereas pulmonary vein, one more vein is, that is the pulmonary vein present in the heart, that is the pulmonary vein which carry pure blood. All the veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein, except pulmonary vein. Clear? Pulmonary vein carry oxygen rich blood. That is the one exceptional case. All the arteries carry pure blood or oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. And all the veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Clear that one? Okay. And next is arteries have, they lack, arteries do not have valves except pulmonary trunk and aorta. So you have to study this point, that is arteries lack valves, but veins, they possess valves. Veins possess valves. They have valves. And next point is blood flows, that is through the artery. The blood flows with jerks and under great force, because the from the heart the pure blood, the oxygenated blood moves to different body parts with a high force, with jerks. In the case of veins, the blood flows smoothly. The blood flows smoothly and under little pressure. Artery, in the artery, the blood through the artery, blood flows with the jerks and under high pressure, whereas in veins, the blood flows smoothly and under low pressure or little pressure. Clear that one? Flowing of the blood through these blood vessels. Through the artery, blood flows with jerks and with high pressure, and through the veins, blood flows smoothly under little pressure. Okay, clear? And next is artery. They are usually deeply placed in our body. They are placed, the position of the artery, they are placed deeply inside our body, because they carry oxygen rich blood. From the heart, they carry oxygenated blood to different body parts and they moves with high pressure. So our body need this oxygen. Okay, so there should not be any damage to this artery. For that it should be placed. It is placed deeply inside our body. It is placed deeply in the body. And veins are placed, they are usually placed more superficially. They are placed more superficially because it carries deoxygenated blood. Okay, so they are placed superficially. So these are the differences between arteries and veins. Okay, students, clear? Once more listen. Arteries means these are the blood vessels which carry oxygenated blood from heart to different body parts, and veins are the blood vessels which carry deoxygenated blood from different body parts to the heart. Okay, and in artery they have thick elastic and muscular walls, and veins have thin and less muscular walls. Arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery, and veins, all veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary veins. Okay, clear? All the arteries carry oxygenated blood means pure blood because that pure blood should reach to every parts of the body. Artery carries pure blood or oxygenated blood from the heart to different body parts. Veins carry deoxygenated blood, that is the impure blood from the different body parts to the heart for purification, except pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein it carries pure or oxygenated blood. Okay, and arteries, they do not have walls inside it, but veins have walls in it. Veins have walls in it. The flow of blood through the arteries are with jerks and under high pressure, whereas in veins the flow of blood is the blood flows smoothly with little pressure. Okay, in arteries, usually arteries are placed deeply in the body, and the veins are placed more superficially. Okay, students, this is important. You have to study the differences between arteries and veins. Okay, in the textbook, one box is given. You have to study it. Mark it and study well. Okay, all the points are important. You have to study. Okay, students, that much for today. You have to read the textbook well. We can see you next class. Thank you.